An important part of prepping and being ready for disaster is understanding Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is why I want to go through each one so we can analyze what types of needs need to be met before we can prepare for the worst. At the bottom of Maslow's hierarchy of needs is physiological needs. This includes things like food, water, shelter, air, a place to sleep, safety, the very basics for survival. It is the foundation of prepping, and without these basics, everything else crumbles. A good place to start for our physiological needs includes having a 3-week supply of non-perishable foods, water filtration, portable and alternate heat sources, and a safe place to sleep. When our basic needs are met, we can focus on the next step, which is things like physical safety, economic security, health, having access to health care and medications, protection from danger, and stability. So securing yourself from harm is extremely important. Before a person can think about activism and the other parts that come with prepping and being ready for the worst, they have to think about other things like self-defense, situational awareness, and financial prepping. A few things to consider might be home security, having a first aid kit, backup power sources, and a good community to depend on in times of trouble. When a person feels safe and secure and they have the community to protect them, they can start thinking about the other important aspects of life like friendship and family and other types of support systems. Disaster can isolate us, and humans are wired for connection, which is why mutual aid groups are so incredibly important. Sharing resources and skills and labor increases everybody's odds of survival. So some important things to consider is building or joining a mutual aid group, establishing communication plans, checking in on vulnerable neighbors, and sharing knowledge and skills with one another in order to get through hard times. And when a person has the love and support, they can start thinking about their own esteem needs, such as dignity, accomplishment, and confidence. So in a crisis, maintaining self-respect and agency is incredibly powerful, and it also enables you to help others using your skills and your strengths in the community. A few things to consider: skill building, helping others with their own prepping, keeping routines or rituals in order to feel human, documenting your prepping journey, and helping others whenever they're in need. And finally, at the top of Maslow's hierarchy of needs is self-actualization. This can include purpose, creativity, personal growth, and living according to one's values. So this is where prepping transcends survival and where we can actually thrive as humans. It might mean things like gardening, or practicing forms of resistance, teaching others, organizing for justice, protesting, and fighting against fascist regimes. Consider setting personal goals, engaging in creative work, and helping to rebuild or transform systems. Understanding Maslow's hierarchy of needs is important not only for our own journey in prepping for disaster, but also to understand that not everybody is in the same place. Some people might need more accommodation than others. Some might not be able to contribute to a community as well as other people if they're struggling to survive, for instance. Understanding these needs can also help us prioritize what is most important so that we can help build a strong community and be ready for the worst. So let's get into each one individually in our next video, and I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching.